Welcome to Bananomics. Today, we're talking about one of the biggest economic disasters in history, the Great Depression. But don't panic just yet, because there are no boring economics textbooks here. Around here, we've got monkeys, bananas, and leaves. Because let's be honest, if economists can make everything complicated, monkeys can definitely make everything funny. So, hop into the time machine with me, and let's travel back to 1918, right after the First Great Monkey War. During the war, monkey factories were busy producing banana cannons, banana helmets, and banana tanks. But once the war ended, everyone suddenly said, "All right, we've seen enough exploding bananas. Give us toasters." So factories switched from military production to normal consumer goods. At first, things looked fantastic. In particular, a clever monkey named Henry Ford amazed the monkey world by using the assembly line to cut production time for the Model T banana car from 12 hours down to just 90 minutes. Suddenly, cars, refrigerators, washing machines, vacuum cleaners, and radios were everywhere. Every monkey home was becoming modern. Some monkeys would sit around eating bananas while listening to jazz music on the radio and honestly believed life was perfect. And let's be real, if I were a monkey, I'd probably be doing the same thing. Probably, and please, don't sue the monkey. Meanwhile, the wise monkeys over at the Federal Reserve Forest started playing around with interest rates to control the economy. Sometimes they lowered them, sometimes they raised them. Whenever rates went down, monkeys borrowed more leaves, spent more leaves, and sped up the economy. But sometimes things got out of control, kind of like a monkey eating too many bananas and falling out of a tree. Because in the 1920s, a new craze had arrived. Buy now, pay later. That's right. Monkeys started shopping before they even had enough leaves. There were no TVs yet, but there were radios, washing machines, and vacuum cleaners, and about 75% of households were buying these things on credit. In other words, monkeys had started eating bananas they hadn't even picked yet. And then things got even stranger. Because it wasn't just rich monkeys anymore. Teacher monkeys, barber monkeys, accountant monkeys, and even voice actor monkeys started investing in the banana market, that is, the stock market. And they weren't even using their own leaves. They were using borrowed leaves. Back then, it was completely normal to hear one monkey drinking coffee and telling his friend, "Dude, banana company shares are going up forever." Some monkeys would even stare at charts, nod their heads like they understood everything, and convince themselves they were experts. Honestly, I still do that sometimes. And yes, if my drawing looks a little weird, please don't ask me, were you drawn in Microsoft Paint? Because honestly, I don't know either. Anyway, the craziness wasn't limited to the stock market. In 1925, another bubble appeared down in the Florida banana beaches. Everyone believed that banana houses in Florida would go up forever. Monkeys were buying properties that hadn't even been built yet, saying, "I'm buying this land because I'm definitely going to get rich." Then in 1926, the Miami hurricane came along and threw all those dreams straight into the ocean. But strangely enough, instead of learning their lesson, monkeys became even more excited, because now everyone had placed all their hopes on the banana market. Prices just kept going up. Even President Monkey went on camera and declared, "We're approaching the end of poverty." And just when everyone thought they were financial geniuses, 1929 arrived. Black Thursday. A few monkeys panicked and started selling their shares. Then came Black Monday, and then Black Tuesday. And at that point, the entire monkey market completely lost its mind. Everyone started dumping their shares like a giant crowd of monkeys trying to squeeze through the same doorway at once. But there was one problem. There were no buyers. In less than a week, the banana market lost nearly 40% of its value. The leaves that many monkeys had spent their entire lives saving simply vanished into thin air. And the bad news is, the disaster didn't stop at the stock market. People stopped spending, companies stopped making money, factories began shutting down. Worker monkeys got laid off. And like a row of dominoes, the entire economy started collapsing. Eventually, around 12 million monkeys found themselves unemployed. Thousands of factories closed. And perhaps the scariest part of all was that unemployment insurance, social security, and modern safety nets didn't exist back then. If you lost your job, you were truly on your own. Some monkeys stood in food lines for hours. Some lost their homes, and some never regained the level of prosperity they once had. And that was the most painful lesson of the Great Depression. This disaster didn't happen in a single day. Years of extreme optimism, easy credit, debt-fueled investing, and the belief that prices will go up forever eventually turned into one giant banana peel that brought the entire system crashing down. Because history teaches us something very simple. When one monkey slips on a banana peel, only one monkey falls. But when every monkey slips on the same banana peel, that's what we call the Great Depression.